My children, they too comely for that. My children are worth more than that.
Right.
I don't want them putting that inside their life.
That's the one.
Right? So are y'all willing to stop eating pork for the Lord? All praise to the Most High. Clap it up for the Lord. All praise to the Most High. Y'all willing to do that? That's amazing. Right? You got some people that are down with pork. You understand? One more time, what's your nationality? That's right. What's your nation called? Israel. That's right.
That's right.
Book of Isaiah.
Psalms chapter 68 and verse 3, or chapter 63 and verse 8.
Book of Psalms 63 and verse 8.
Get out.
My soul followed hard after thee.
What did he say?
My soul followed hard after thee.
What we got to do in these last days?
My soul followed hard after thee.
Hey, we got to follow hard after Yahweh Shem Yahushua these last days, man. Right? We got to have our souls feeding. You know, hey, on the left-hand side, man, hey, a dope fiend fiends after dope, man. They can't, it's like they can't live without it.
Right.
And if they don't get it in a certain amount of time, they start scratching, they start itching, they knock themselves, right? So on and so forth, man. That's how we gotta be when it comes to the word, man. That's how we gotta be when it comes to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. If we go too long without it, without the word, without praying, without fasting, and we gotta start. Stuff gotta be wrong with us, man. We gotta follow hard after Yahweh Shem Yahushua these last days, read.
Right. Thy right hand upholdeth me.
Right, and Lord willing, hey, the right hand of the Lord is going to uphold us through whatever we go through in these last days. Man. Right, bring this up. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 15.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 15. And it reads, Thou hast increased the nation.
What the Lord doing?
Thou hast increased the nation.
Read.
O Lord, Thou hast increased the nation. Thou art glorified.
Right.
Thou hast removed it far unto all ends of the earth.
Hey, this truth is going worldwide, man. It already is worldwide, man. This truth is going out everywhere, and there's no excuse no more, Jake. Right? There's no excuse. You can't say that you haven't heard about this thing. They got the truth being spoken about on them ESPN, man.
Right.
While Jake's sitting on the couch eating Funyuns, right, with one sock on, the other sock off, watching damn Stephen A. Smith and damn what's his something other one? Yeah, the Skip and all these people, and they talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans being God's chosen people, man.
Right.
Right. So there's nothing you can do with this truth, man. It's gonna go throughout the ends of the earth. Right. Real quick, give me Sirach chapter 33 verse 7. Right, because everybody want to celebrate these different holidays and Thanksgiving and Christmas and this and that. And hey, brother, what's your nationality? You said what? Are you an Ethiopian? Eritrean?
Right next to Ethiopia.
Oh yeah.
May I say something? Ain't no nationality because we're all right
What do you
underneath.
want? What do you want? What's your name?
My name's Rose Couch.
Rose Couch. What are you
I
doing?
save families. I give people $20 because I love God. And God was there before anything else.
You said you give people $20.
Yes, I do.
Right? Do you believe in God?
All the way.
All the way. You
If
believe in the
it
Bible?
wasn't for Him, we wouldn't even be here.
Okay. Do you believe
I
in the
don't
Bible?
see no skin.
Hey,
I don't see no skin color.
Listen. You believe in the Bible?
All the way.
Okay, so let's read something that's in the Bible.
Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient, love is kind,
Go
love
to the
endures
book.
all things.
Go to the book of Revelations,
Both will not be puffed.
chapter 13 and verse 9. How do you feel about these
Believe
things
it.
that's right here? How do these things make you feel? Do you think that the people that did this to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, do you think that the Lord just forgot about those things? Do you think there's not going to be a recompense?
You're speaking to an angel, so I'm different.
Man.
I'm all positivity.
Look,
I
answer
don't
the
believe
question.
in no negativity.
Answer the question.
I
Is
just
this
did.
negativity?
I just did.
Is this negativity?
I'm positive all the time. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
say.
drunk. You don't know what's going on right now. You don't know. This is a representation of Babylon.
A lot
right
of
now,
people
bro.
take angel a wrong
This
way.
is a
They think
representation
it's
of what
sexuality.
Babylon is into
They
right
think
now.
it's about love.
Everybody go to the
It
book of
about
Jeremiah
love and all
chapter
that.
50.
It's about what the
Start at
sent
verse
from the
6.
heavens above
Give me
down to the
Jeremiah
earth
chapter 51
and
verse
saves
1.
families and be there for God's people. That's what that real
All right,
angel is.
you can ride up. You can
I
go about
told the
your day.
truth. That's what it is.
All right.
50 and 6.
Yeah.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 6.
Get up.
And it reads, my people,
Start at 7.
verse 7, and it reads, all that found them.
Hey, family, can I read y'all one scripture? I know it's cold. I know it's cold, family. All right, y'all Israelites, you got to repent and keep the commandments. Right, you know.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 7.
No.
And it reads, all that found them.
9, select.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 9.
Bring it up.
And it reads, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon.
Against who?
Against Babylon.
Right, against so-called America, the U.S. of A. America, as the redneck said, man. America. The Lord is going to have a host, right, of enemies rise up against America, man. Read.
An assembly of great nations.
An assembly of great nations that's going to be around about, man. That's going to turn their backs on America, man. They don't already thinking about it, man. They already plotting, man. Right, you can go right ahead.
Thank you.
Right, read.
Have a good one, guys. Happy New Year.
From the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her.
They said they should do what?
They shall set themselves in array against her.
And hey, that's what's getting ready to happen. Like the brother spoke about before. Hey, the Lord is putting the spirit on these different nations and leaders to turn against Babylon in the last days, man. To do what? To perform His work that He had since before the world began. Right, we know.
From thence shall she be taken.
Right, that's it on that. Go to 51.
Jeremiah 51 and verse 1.
Get out.
Thus said the Lord, behold, I will rise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
Oh, what?
A destroying wind.
And the Lord said He was going to prepare and make rise up a destroying wind, right? What is that destroying wind going into? And that's going into the ICBM missiles, the nuclear warheads, man. Right?
Hey, bro.
Right, so the Lord said He's going to raise up a destroyer. Read that one more time, Salaki.
God, thus said the Lord, behold, I will rise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
Hey, the Lord is going to bring that destroying wind. And you got a lot of people that don't believe that, man. You got people that think that America is going to abound forever, man. That America is going to, you got Edomites that hope that America lasts forever, man. But you got other people like Vladimir Putin who want to destroy America, who got hateful feelings towards America, right? And is waiting on the Most High God to get that commandment ultimately and put the spirit on them to push those buttons, man. For North Korea to push those buttons, man. For China to bomb Taiwan, right? For North Korea to bomb South Korea and Israel, man. And so on and so forth, read on.
And I will send into Babylon fanners.
What?
I will send into Babylon fanners that shall fan her.
That shall do what?
That shall fan her.
They don't fan Babylon, man. NATO is going to turn their backs on them, man. Why? Because this is the world-favored harlot, man. There's no reason why you should have Moabites, so-called Chinese people, believing in the so-called white man, Jesus Christ, man. That's wicked. You completely abandoned the customs and the ancient heritage of your forefathers to get in bed with the so-called white man and get down with his philosophies and his democracy and all his ways that he forces throughout the whole earth.
That's right.
I can tell you about that in the book of Psalms. Hey, I've seen the wicked spreading themselves like a green bay tree, man. And in these last days, guess what? Hey, we got to be a righteous tree, man. Right, real quick, I call Sirach chapter 33 and 7.
Sirach 33 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Why doeth one day excel another?
What the Lord said?
Why doeth one day excel another?
Why does one day excel another, brother? Come here, brother. Come here, brother.
Come on, brother.
1 second, brother. I know you're working. 1 second. You're working right now. But the Lord said, hey, why doeth one day excel another, man?
Right.
Why? What's so significant about them January, what is it? No, what's today? December 31st, man. New Year's Eve, man. What's so significant about that?
Right.
Ultimately, it don't come down to nothing but people wanting to get in bed with the Romans.
Right.
And worship the god Janus, man. Who believe that he can see in the future and see in the past, man. That's all it is. Madness, folly, and vanity.
That's
man.
right.
Read.
When as all the light of every day is in the year is of the sun. by the knowledge of the Lord they will distinguish.
Hey, by the Most High God were days distinguished. All right, I'm going to make this a high holy day. This is going to be an ordinary day. This is the season that this is going to happen. Read.
God. And he alters seasons and feasts.
Right.
Some of them have he made high days.
What's the Lord say?
Some of them have he made high days.
Some of those days are made high days, man. Like the Feast of Dedication. Like Purim, Destruction of Nicanor,
right.
Passover, Pentecost. All, hey, these are high days, man. Right, read.
And hallowed them.
They did what?
And hallowed them.
Hey, they're holy, man. Holy, sanctified, man. Those are the days that we observe, man. We don't give a damn about Christmas, man.
At all.
We don't give a damn about Thanksgiving. We don't care about Halloween, right? We don't care about 4th of July.
Right.
And a lot of you jakes don't even know and understand you were still in slavery during the 4th of July.
Right.
That was damn 1776. Do you not know that Harriet Tubman came in the 1800s and she was risking her life to try to get slaves out? So why are you celebrating 4th of July, man?
Good question.
Why are you celebrating New Year's Eve? Right? Who said that this is the new year, like the brother said earlier? Huh? Right, read on.
And some of them have he made ordinary days.
Hey, this is an ordinary day, man. There's nothing special about so-called New Year's Eve, man.
Right.
Right, and then make another holiday called April Fools, which is April 1st, to call you a fool to your face, man. Right? Hey, what's your nationality? What's your nationality?
I'm Hispanic. I'm Guatemalan.
Guatemalan?
Yes, sir.
Look at this sign real quick for me, brother.
Yes, sir.
I want you to find yourself on the sign. Right? You too. I want all y'all to see if y'all can find yourself on the sign.
I'm the lion. But yeah,
Nah, the names.
are the names?
Right? See, these are the names, right, that come out of the scriptures and then, okay, right there, you see yourself, right, where you see yourself at, brother?
Yes, sir.
You see yourself, what about you? Same thing? Right, so y'all all identify with that?
Yeah.
Then y'all will be from the tribe of Zebulon. You understand? Right, give me the book of Genesis chapter 49. Genesis chapter 49, and I believe I want verse 14.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 14. And it reads, verse 13, and it reads, Zebulon shall dwell at the haven of the sea.
So what?
Shall dwell at the haven of the sea.
Now, if you look at those like places like Costa Rica, Guatemala, Panama, things like that, guess what? It's in the middle of the sea. Right? It's literally like a sandwich. And y'all just like right there, you got so-called Mexico, and you got y'all just a little piece strand off of it, y'all dwelling at the haven of the sea, you know?
And he shall be for a haven of ships.
Oh, what?
A haven of ships.
Hey, there's more ships that go through that place, right, than anywhere else in the world, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Read.
And his border shall be unto Zidon.
Right, give me the book of 1 Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 34. I believe. 1 Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 34.
The book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 12 and verse 34.
You know.
And it reads, and of verse 33, of Zebulon,
Of what?
of Zebulon,
Right, what are these, brothers?
of Zebulon,
Read.
such as went forth to battle, expert in war,
They were what?
expert in war,
What were they?
expert in war.
Hey, y'all come from a lineage of men who were expert in war, man. Not just anybody, man. You weren't just people that just, y'all weren't just so-called Hispanics. Right? Read.
Expert in war, with all instruments of war.
With what?
With all instruments of war.
Y'all can use anything, man. You ever seen that movie,
Apocalypse.
well, yeah, Cant. Y'all ever seen that movie? You ever seen this movie called, man, they got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it. Hell, it don't matter. But anyways, he was fighting with the Zebulonites, right? And at first they was whooping his ass. They was smart, they was fat, they was, he couldn't do nothing with him, man. Right? But the point is, hey, y'all come from a lineage of mighty men, mighty warriors, man. Y'all will be from the so-called Northern Kingdom, right? Y'all will be Israelites from the tribe of Zebulon, right? Now, real quick, go to the book of Hosea. Was it more than that? I think that's right. Go to the book of Hosea, chapter 7, verse 8, and let me get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
The book of Hosea, chapter 7 and
Yeah, but bring this out first.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68.
No.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Y'all believe in the Bible, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we get ready to read some things in the Bible and let y'all know how we know who we are. Because it's one thing for me to just say, like, oh, y'all this, y'all that, but we got to go through the scriptures and be able to prove it.
Right.
So if somebody asks y'all not just going around saying, oh, I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Zebulon, but you'll be able to know, understand, and be able to articulate to somebody else how y'all know y'all Israelites.
Right.
All right? Let's somebody read that one more time.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right now, y'all know what that word Egypt means?
That's the country.
You said what?
That's the country.
Well, true, it is, but do you know what the word means? Give me the book of Jeremiah chapter 11 and verse 4. Give me the book of 1 Kings. Give me the book of 1 Kings. You can bring that out. Give me the book of 1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 53.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 11 and verse 4. And it reads, which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought you forth out of the land of Egypt.
Out of the word?
Out of the land of Egypt.
Read.
From the iron furnace. From the iron furnace.
Right? Now, if I grabbed y'all and I put y'all inside of an iron furnace, y'all be doing. You get me? You're an iron furnace. Imagine a big heater.
It's hot.
Right, exactly. You wouldn't be comfortable. Right? That's because in the scriptures, that word Egypt is synonymous with the word bondage, slavery, captivity, being uncomfortable. The actual definition, when you go into it, it goes back to the Hebrew word, which is Mizraim, which goes between two straits, aka stuck between a rock and a hard place, a burden being placed upon you. So right here, right, read that one more time, Uncle Shep.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 4. And it reads, which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt.
So he brought them out of the land of Egypt, read.
From the iron furnace.
Now the land of Egypt was associated or like unto an iron furnace, because the Israelites, when they was in that land, they was in bondage, slavery, captivity. Right there, this out.
Verse 8 and verse 53. For thou didst separate them from among all the people.
Start at 51.
51. For they be thy people.
It said, for they be thy people, talking about the Israelites. Hey family, I got 2 minutes. Right? Read.
God, for they be thy people and thy inheritance, which thou broughtest forth out of Egypt.
Out of where?
Out of Egypt.
Read.
From the midst of the furnace of iron.
It said from the midst of the furnace of iron. So we keep bringing these scriptures out, and this the word Egypt is being synonymous with the word, bondage, slavery, captivity, iron furnace. All are things that are what? Uncomfortable.
That's right.
Right? And guess what? That's what's going on even now in today's right? We're uncomfortable as a people. What do you say? We're not living beautifully. We're not living like the other nations. We don't have our own governments and this and that. No, we struggle. Right? So now let's put it back in context in Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
What Egypt means?
Egypt.
Y'all remember?
That was
right? Okay, right. Slavery, captivity, right? The brother on it, right? Read.
Again.
Now I said again. So this is not talking about us going back into the physical land of Egypt. Because right now this is written between 1446 BC and 1406 BC. Right? He just left out of the land of Egypt. Right? So he's telling them, he's like, look, hey, we're going to go back into Egypt, which is what? Slavery. Right? Read.
Again. With ships.
With what?
With ships.
It said with ships this time, though. So now the question that I have for y'all is, what people went into slavery on ships?
freedom.
You said, huh?
Freedom?
Freedom.
Yeah.
No, I said, what nation of people went into slavery on ships? Right? Yeah, we did. Who else? Right? Native Americans.
The Asian, Mexican.
But not the Asians, but the so-called Mexicans as well. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the only ones in recorded history to go into slavery on ships. Right? We went, and really, if you want to get technical, y'all went even before we did. Right? In 722 BC. Right? But y'all also went again in 1521 AD by a man named Juan Cortez. Right? He took y'all and shipped y'all to different parts of Portugal, Spain, and shipped y'all to other places, even to the Philippines. Right? And that's why now y'all speak the language of Spanish. Right? Because y'all was conquered by the Spaniards.
That's right.
Right? He the one that conquered. It was the war was called, it's called the war between the Spaniards and the Aztecs. But it's a specific name for it. But this is actual history, though.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Yeah. This is actual history that you can actually look up and learn, but we reading it out of the Bible and relating it with our people because the Bible is about our people. And brother, we the same people, man. Don't think just because we two different shades that mean well that's them and that. No, we the same people, brother. We come from the same bloodline, right? Give me the book of Hosea chapter 7 verse 8. Right?
Hosea,
listen to this.
chapter 7 and verse 8. And it reads. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people.
Now Ephraim is going into the Puerto Ricans, right? They was the head of the so-called Northern Kingdom, right? Now, for the sake, right, them being the head of the Northern Kingdom, being head of the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans. But it said he had mixed himself among the people. All Northern Kingdom, read.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Ephraim is a what?
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
So, like I said, they the head of the Northern Kingdom, so we gonna use this to speak for all Northern Kingdom for right now. Okay? So it said Ephraim is a cake not turned. Y'all ever cooked pancakes before? Or seen somebody cook pancakes?
Yeah.
Right? Y'all ever burned some? Right? So look, you cooking pancakes, and you know you on the stove, you sitting there watching her, you might do your thing, and then you come back and you lift it up. One side gonna be dark, right? And the other side gonna be what? Right, it's gonna be light. Right? That's us, brother. We the same people. That's still the same pancake, ain't it? It's just what? Two different sides. Right? That's us. So we the same people, but we don't.
Strangers have devoured his strength.
Right?
And he knoweth it not.
And he what?
And he knoweth it
A
not.
lot of our people don't understand that they've been taken in captivity. A lot of our people don't understand that they've been subject to the ways of the heathen,
right?
The ways of the other nations, man. Some people think that we had a brother earlier come up here and say, hey, that's just what it is. I'm me. And this and that. And then walked away with the so-called white man that he didn't even know. Right, you know?
Strangers have devoured his strength, and he knoweth it not. Yea, gray hairs are here and there upon him, yet he knoweth it not. And the pride of Israel testifieth to his face. And they do not return to the Lord their God.
They do not what?
They do not return to the Lord their God, nor seek him for all this.
Our people don't seek the Lord. Right? Not just the so-called, and you're going to hear us say so-called a lot because I'm not black. Right? We all different shades of beautiful brown. Right? We don't?
Ephraim also is like a silly dove.
Like a what?
It's like a silly dove without heart. They call to Egypt.
They call to what?
They call to Egypt.
Now, we spoke about Egypt earlier, right? Egypt meaning what? Slavery, bondage, captivity. And guess what? The word says, hey, they called to Egypt. Now, Egypt also in the scriptures synonymous with, or not synonymous, but it would be looked at as a place of refuge as well. Right? Or a place of where you could go and have cattle, good land, so on and so forth. Right? And sometimes you would have people that would flee into the land of Egypt for support. Right? So read.
Ephraim also is like a silly dove without heart. They call to Egypt.
Our people called to Egypt. Now remember, we reading this about Northern Kingdom, which are the Hispanics and Native Americans. They say they called to Egypt. Right? Any of y'all got a dollar bill on y'all? Take it out for me, King.
Got you.
We don't want it. I just want you to look at the back of it. Look at the COVID card right there.
You always want to know. You gotta say my guys, you know.
Right now, on the back of that, now you good. I want y'all to look at it.
Okay.
On the back of that, what you see on there? Now, why are we in America? right? This is America, right? Why are we in America and this U.S. currency and they have a picture of a pyramid on it? Because, brother, this is Egypt, spiritual.
That's right.
We living in spiritual Egypt right now. Spiritual Egypt and Sodom and Gomorrah.
So you're saying that we're still like a slave in a sense?
You said what? Say that one more time.
We're still a slave in a sense?
Right.
That's right.
That's right, brother. We still slaves, brother.
Right.
Now let's break it down and show you how we're slaves. Right? Read on.
When they shall go, I will spread my net upon them.
Right? It said that when they shall go, meaning what? When they shall go to America, right? Don't a lot of our Northern Kingdom brothers who try to Hispanics, don't they flee to this country? From all parts, whether it be the DR, whether it be Haiti, whether it be Costa Rica, Mexico, Panama, wherever. Don't they all flee to this land right here? And what they don't come here for no reason, like, oh man, yeah, I think we should just take a trip to America. No, they come here for what? Exactly. Better opportunity. They think they'll seek out a better life here. Right? They'll put their family in a better position here. All types of things, right? But the Lord said that when they go and seek and call to Egypt, call to Assyria, which is spiritually America, right?
I will spread my net upon them.
What the Lord said he was going to do?
I will spread my net upon them.
And he said he was going to spread his net upon them. Now let's see why, what the cause of that is. Read.
I will bring them down.
What the Lord said?
I will bring them down.
Now hold on. Why is the Lord saying that he going to bring y'all down if y'all come here? Why is the Lord saying that? Read.
As the fowls of heaven, I will chastise them.
What's going to happen to them?
I will chastise them.
No, we the only ones getting chastised.
I will chastise them.
The African American man is the only one getting chastised.
I will chastise them.
Hey, the Lord said he's going to chastise y'all, man. Just like who? Just like us. Right? We're not the only ones that's going through it in this land, man. Our Northern Kingdom brothers are as well, man. The so-called Hispanics and Native Americans. Y'all go through it just like we do. Right? Yeah.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 5. And it reads, Thou shalt also consider in thy heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord thy God chasteneth thee.
Right? And the things that we go through in life is because we're being chastised. Right? These things is coming upon us because of our doing at the end of the day. Same way as if you have a child, right? Later on in life, if y'all want kids, right? And you tell them to do this, and they don't do it, there's going to be some type of repercussion. There's going to be something that's going to proceed after that, discipline-wise. That's the same thing it is with us and the Most High God, because we're His children, right? But back to this, right? He said the Lord, and He's going to spread His, He's going to cast His net upon us. He's going to bring us down, right? He's going to chastise y'all. Read.
I will bring them down as the fowls of the heaven. I will chastise them as their congregation have heard.
So the thing is, now you start to understand it. Okay, dang, so that's why everybody, they always come here, and they come here thinking and seeking out opportunities, a better life, better situation for their family, just to come here and be hated. Think about that. They come to this land just to be hated, just like us, just to get mistreated, just to get called wetbacks and all these different slurs and bywords that they put upon y'all, just like they put on us, man.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't give y'all fair opportunities when they come to jobs. Y'all always got to get paid under the table. They always trying to kick you out. They always trying to keep you out at the border. It's always something.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Give me the book of Genesis chapter 49. I want to go back to that. Genesis chapter 49 and read verse 13.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse
14.
Verse 14. Bring it out. And it reads, Issachar is a strong ass.
And I know the ass is, right? It's a donkey.
Yeah.
Right? It said Issachar is a strong ass. Read.
Couching down between two burdens.
It said crouching down between two burdens. Why? Because, hey, y'all work hard, man. Hey, I don't know if brothers seen it. It was a video, though, a while ago, Slucky. There's a video a while ago that was going around, and there was a Issacharite, a.k.a. so-called Mexican, and he had a bunch of, like, plywood and stuff. And it was a ladder, and he had to, it was a so-called white man. And he was trying to carry the stuff up the ladder, and he couldn't. And you had the Issacharites, the so-called Hispanics, they was just standing around watching him try to do it, and they was laughing at him because he couldn't take it up the ladder. And then they set it down, and then Issachar, he took it from him and went up the ladder like it was easy. Right? Y'all work hard, man. Y'all work 10 times as hard as the other nations do. That's why they don't, that's on the carnal level, right? That's why they don't try this land. Because they say, look, if they keep coming over here, on the political side, they always say, they taking our jobs. They do this, they do that, because the so-called white man understand, why would I pay the so-called white man or somebody from another nation, right, $20 an hour to do this job when I can pay the Hispanics under the table $10 an hour and they gonna do twice as much work. You see that? So, right. So these are the things that's being set up against us, but we read it in word, in the scriptures. Right? Then what we're doing is we're showing y'all ourselves in the scriptures. You understand? Now let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28, 68.
Bring it out.
God, you got it.
Jeremiah, the mighty prophet Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
What?
Were oppressed together.
He said the children of Israel, which is a representation of the northern kingdom, and Judah, guess what? They were oppressed together. And guess what? Are we in the land right now together? Are we being oppressed together?
Yeah.
Brother, that's biblical prophecy. That's prophecy coming alive. This book is alive, brother.
That's right.
It's not just a book of fairy tales. These are actual historical accounts.
Right.
Actual history, actual prophecy that we're literally living out in these last days. You understand? Read that one more time for me, King.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Straight up.
And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
They do what?
They refused to let them go.
And guess what? If we want to leave, what we got to get? Passport. You got to get a pass. Brother said, yeah. But we got to get a pass just to leave. Right? And we was brought captive here. We didn't ask to be over here. Right? And then on the flip side, you feel me, our northern kingdom brothers, they came over here for support, and guess what? That's not what they got. Right? So back in Deuteronomy 28, 68.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
What Egypt mean? Y'all remember? That's right.
Again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
Right? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the ones to go into slavery on ships. Like we talked about to y'all earlier, 722 BC, a man named Salmanassar, right? He was the king of Assyria, right? Hey, he took y'all, right? That was all the way 722 BC. Then again in 1521 AD, right? So y'all went into slavery on ships just like we did, right? But read on.
By the way whereof I spec unto thee.
Yeah, exactly how he said it, that's how it's going to happen, read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
We never seen our homeland again as a nation of people. A lot of our people don't even know what their homeland is. Do y'all think y'all homeland is Guatemala?
Yeah.
He said yeah, he said no. Give me the book of Tobit, chapter 1 and verse 40. You said what? It's taken?
Right now,
you said our homeland is taken? Let's see where our homeland is. Give me Tobit, chapter 1 and verse 40.
Tobit, chapter 1 and verse 4.
Look it up.
And when I was in my own country.
What Tobit say?
And when I was in my own country.
He said when I was in my own country. Let's see where his own country was. Read.
In the land of Israel.
In the what?
In the land of Israel.
America.
In the land of Israel.
Guatemala.
In the land of Israel.
Panama.
In the land of Israel.
Costa Rica.
In the land of Israel.
He said in the land of Israel, man. That's where his homeland is. Guess what? That's where our homeland is, man. That's where we from originally. Y'all think y'all always live? Y'all think y'all people always was in Guatemala? Nah. Y'all wasn't always there. The only reason y'all got there was because of slavery. Right? If y'all didn't go into slavery, y'all wouldn't have been in that land. Y'all would have been where? Back in our homeland. Rightfully, like where we supposed to be at, man. Right? Give me one more. Give me Galatians 4:26.
Galatians 4:26.
Get out.
And it reads thus, but Jerusalem.
But what?
But Jerusalem,
Read.
which is above, is free.
Now, where's Jerusalem at?
That's it.
Middle East. Well, that's the direction, but it is in the Middle East, so-called. But it's in Israel, right? Jerusalem is a city, right? In Israel, right? Read.
Which is above is free.
Which is above is free.
Which is the mother of us all.
That's the A. That's the true motherland. A lot of people say, "Oh, it's Africa. It's this and that." Hey, even the oldest city known to man. This is the so-called white man's research. The oldest city known to mankind thus far is a city called Jericho, which is well over 6,000 years old. That's the first city that they know about. And guess where Jericho is?
Israel.
In Israel.
Right.
That's the true motherland, brother. And guess what? That's where we are from. That's our homeland, not the people that's inhabiting that land right now.
Right.
Right? Not Costa Rica, not Panama, not Guatemala, not America, not Kenya, but what?
Israel.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Right? So now, read on.
God, in Deuteronomy 28:68, read on, thou shalt see it no more again.
Right? That's what we haven't seen again as a nation of people, our homeland. Right? Have brothers been to Jerusalem? Brothers been to Israel? Y'all been? Right, we ain't either. So we in the same boat. Fulfilling what? Prophecy.
Hey, let's go.
Huh? You said what?
You want to go?
No, I don't want to go right now.
Right now?
I don't want to go right now because it's defiled.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got the imposters.
Yeah.
I'm not pointing at nobody. I'm just saying you got the imposters over there in our land right now.
Right.
Looting it, having all type of homosexual acts going on over there. It's
Right.
promoted, man. We don't want it right now. The only way we don't want it until after fire. After fire comes, that's when we want it because that's the only way it can be cleansed.
After fire? Outside.
We want it cleansed. I don't want to just go over there in that land. I don't want them to hand it to me. Right? That's not what the scripture said. Hey, the Lord is going to set us back in our land. Man.
Right. Right.
The Most High God is going to gather us up and put us back where we rightfully belong. Man. Right? Read on.
God, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies
Uh-oh.
for bondmen.
Sorry. Right? It said, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies. What does that sound like to you?
Slave.
Right? Sounds like slavery, right? But it said, there you shall be sold unto your enemies. Who was we sold to? Say it, brother.
That's right.
Say it with your chest. That's right.
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 We were sold to the so-called white man.
Right.
It is what it is. We can look. We gotta get away from this sensitive talk. We can't keep sweeping stuff under the rug. We can't keep doing that. It is what it is. The so-called white man and women sold us into slavery.
That's right.
And they know. They teach us that in school. Didn't we all learn about it in school? Hey, look, think about it. They so proud that they taught us about them putting us in slavery. Think about it. They put you in the classroom, sat you down, brother, and said, read this. This is what we did to y'all.
Man.
So, brother, we got that all that sweeping stuff under the rug. Hey, we're not doing that no more.
Right.
It is what it is. It's not a sensitive topic. It happened, right? So, read that one more time.
God, and there ye shall be sold unto your
Who was
enemies
we sold to?
White man.
That's right. We were sold to the so-called white man. Read.
for
And
bondmen.
Salakia, the Lord called them our enemies. That's in the Bible. I'm not just saying that. That's in the Bible. The Lord knew that we would be sold into our enemies. And he called them what? Our enemies. And I don't mean walk down the street and just punch an Edomite, punch a so-called white man. No, that's not what we advocate for y'all to do. Right? But read on.
Sold unto your enemies for bondmen
Slave men,
and bondwomen,
slave women.
and no man shall buy you.
The word buy in the Hebrew means redeem. Because have we been redeemed out of our captivity? Or are we still in slavery? You said, huh?
We're in the same.
It depends.
In my country, the banana, like you get a banana, they own a lot of the land. They get a lot of people. They still have the slavery. Still in the country for a little bit.
Still in the country for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Didn't y'all get colonized? So is that freedom, brother? Can America go over there at any time they want and just start setting up different things, setting up synagogues and setting up Christianity churches and setting up buildings and building hotels. And that happened in Haiti.
Yeah.
That happened in Haiti. They went and some Moabites went over there and built a hotel and said that none of the Haitians could go in there. And guess what the Haitians did? And they burned it down.
That's
How you gonna come to my land and then start building on it and then say I can't have access to it?
Right.
Exactly. That's my
Good
land.
question.
Right. So guess what? My point is though, brother, we not free. Right? Somebody give me the book of Matthew chapter 17 and verse 24.
Book of Matthew 17, verse 24.
Yo.
And when they were when they were come to Capernaum, they that received tribute money came to Peter and said, "Doeth not your master
Doeth not what?
Doeth not your
They
master
was talking about who the world calls Jesus Christ. They said, "Do not your master what?
pay tribute?"
Do what?
Pay tribute.
Read.
He said, "Yes." And when he was coming to the house, Yahushua prevented him, saying, "What thinkest thou, Simon? Of whom do the kings of the earth take custom or tribute?"
Right? Meaning taxes. This is what this going into. It's talking about taxes. Straight up. Read.
Of their own children?
Even Christ himself had to pay taxes. Think about that. He had to pay taxes. He was subject to pay taxes. Read.
Or of strangers? Peter said it to him, "Of strangers."
See that? Read. What Christ said.
Yahushua said it to him, "Then are the children free."
See that? In other words, look, if you are still subject to paying taxes, you're not free. That's not freedom.
Right.
And think about it like this. You paying taxes to an economy that's not even yours. Did we ask for the Hampton Inn to be right there, brother? Did we ask for District Tap to be right there?
No.
Y'all know the Lucas Oil Stadium?
Yeah.
Did we ask them to build that in 2008? And guess what? When they built that, guess what they did? They raised up the taxes of the people.
Right.
Yeah. We didn't ask for that to be over there, man.
At all.
I could care less.
All right?
But guess what? They forced us to pay more taxes. Right? For the stadium.
We don't even use it though. Me personally, I don't use it.
Right. But you don't even use it, brother. But guess what? They forced you to pay for it.
That's just
That's called slavery. You're building up an economy that's not yours.
we're not working.
Right. Do we even have our own economy?
No.
No, we don't have our own economy. We don't have our own economy. We don't have our own army. We don't have our own government. Why?
Because
Slavery, brother.
Right.
Still in slavery. Bring us up.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8.
Yeah.
Read. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
What Baruch say?
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Hey, Baruch understood and knew that he was in captivity, right? He understood these different things, but a lot of our people don't. They think that's because you got a car, you can get a crib, you can go and take a walk, you can go look at the tree. They think that means that they free. But guess what? Or they might have their own business, right? Might sell to whatever it is. Guess what? You having your own restaurant, guess what? You still got to pay property taxes.
Right.
And if you don't, what they going to do? Snatch it from you. They're going to kick you out. You stop paying your rent, what's going to happen? You're going to get kicked out. If you stop paying that car note, what's going to happen? So are we free, brother?
no.
No, we not free, man. And the sooner our people realize that, the sooner we'll be able to take that step by step to try to get out of this situation that we're in. Right? But we got to do it as Israelites.
Right.
Not as, which I said earlier when you said, I'm Mexican, or not Mexican, Guatemalan. Right?
Yeah.
We can't do it as people from Guatemala. We can't do it as so-called African Americans. We got to do it as the children of Israel, sons of God. Right? I'll be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Right? You an Israelite, y'all Israelites from the tribe of Zebulon. Right? That's what we got to come back and realize first and foremost. Because wouldn't you want to call yourself what the Most High God called you more than what your oppressors called you? Right? I said, let me rephrase that. Wouldn't you want to go with what the Most High God called you?
Oh yeah.
Right. More than what because your oppressor called you Guatemalan. Right? Guatemalan. Y'all wouldn't call you think you really think y'all was calling yourselves and referring to yourselves as Guatemalan before colonization and slavery?
We call each other people.
I mean,
people.
I mean, yeah, well, we people. Technically, everybody's not human, but
We're
we
friends. We're family.
I mean, yeah, we are,
Yeah.
but not everybody on the face of the earth. You have nations of people. Yeah, I mean, y'all are, right? We are.
Yeah.
Right, we all family right here, but are we family to the so-called Ethiopians?
No.
No. Are we family to the so-called Arabs?
No.
No.
Right.
Hey, yo!
Right? So the thing is, brother, we have to come back to who we are according to the Most High God. Then once we understand and realize that, what you think's next?
We get our freedom.
Well, kind of jumping the gun, right? I want my freedom too, brother. Trust me. But now that y'all know that y'all Israelites from the tribe of Zebulon, now we have to understand what got us in this position in the first place. Because while we in this position, brother, while we at the bottom of the society, while we the last hire, first fire, why everybody hate us for some reason, they always want to kick us out the land, they always got us in jail, they always look down on us, they always got some type of name to call us.
Make it quicker.
I mean, yeah, but what's the cause of it? Because if you don't know the cause, how can you ever get out of the situation? You don't know how you got there, how can you get out of it?
Right.
So we gotta go to the source of these things that got us put at the bottom of society. You understand? Right? Go to 2 Kings, right? We need Jeremiah chapter 16.
This is gonna be the last one. You know, I appreciate you guys for this. So we gotta go.
All right, give me 3 more. Real quick.
3 more.
Yeah.
All right,
2 Kings 22 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
Go ye, inquire of the Lord for me,
Right?
and for the people, and for all Judah, concerning the words of this book.
Doing what?
Concerning the words of this book
Read.
that is found. For great is the wrath of the Lord.
Wouldn't y'all say that we living in the wrath of the Lord? Right? This is the wrath of the Lord. We getting the bad end of the stick.
Right.
Right? We getting spiritually whooped. Read.
That is kindled against us, because our fathers have not hearkened unto the words of this book.
Because our fathers didn't hearken unto the words of this book. And the words of this book contain what? Laws, commandments that we have to keep as a people.
Right.
Do you think we kept the commandments? Yeah, think about the position that we in now. And I want y'all to think, did we keep the commandments? No, we didn't. That's why we're in the position that we're in now as a people. Y'all understand that?
Right.
So now, if not keeping the commandments is what got us in this position, what we got to do to get out of it? I'm going to say that one more time. If not keeping the commandments, breaking the commandments, got us at the bottom of society, what do we got to do to get back on top?
You right.
Say, huh?
You right.
We right?
You right.
Oh, we rise?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but our people rise all the time. Like Black Lives Matter. Do that work?
No. I mean,
It don't work. Our people been rising for over 400 years. And we've been marching in place. Marching, but in place. Ain't nothing changed. Brother, we got to start keeping the commandments.
Right.
We got to come back to these laws, things, and commandments so we can get out of the position that we in as a people. That's why we in this predicament. Think about it like this. I'm gonna put this on I'm gonna make this plain for y'all. Right? Y'all got parents, right?
yes.
Y'all did something that y'all parents told y'all not to do. Right? And then y'all got discipline, right?
Yeah.
And then y'all kind of was on y'all parents' bad side for a while, right? Wouldn't you do something to try to get on your parents' good side? To make things right? Right? And what would that consist of? Doing what she told y'all to do, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we got to do in front of the Most High God. We got to do what He told us to do. Now we got to let y'all know what He told us to do. Yeah, say it again, brother.
That's right.
He got it, man. Y'all all brothers.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta be your brother's keeper, man. Y'all gotta make sure that y'all, helping each other out in this thing.
There's my brother right here.
All praise to the Most High, man. All praise. So all three of y'all brothers, y'all getting the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding together, man.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta hold each other accountable as well,
Yeah.
right? Read up.
Deuteronomy chapter 30 from the top.
Read up.
And it shall come to pass when all these things come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind.
Right, this is what we're doing right now for y'all brothers. We calling these things to mind that what? We in captivity, we in slavery, broke the commandments. That's why we in this position. We calling those things to mind right now. Like I said earlier, guess what? This book is alive. We fulfill prophecy every day. Whether that be on the left-hand side, whether that be on the right-hand side. Read on.
Among all the nations.
Right, aren't we among the nations? Don't they call America a melting pot? Y'all know what a melting pot is? This is where you got all nations inside of it. Right? We a melting pot. You find every nation on the face of the earth in America. Read.
Among all the nations, whether the Lord thy God have driven thee,
right,
and shall return unto the Lord thy God,
right,
and shall obey his voice,
right,
according to all that I command thee this day, that die in thy children within all thy heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity. Will turn thy captivity.
Hey, when we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments and walk in the ways of the Lord, hey, the Lord will begin to turn our captivity. Right, we all?
And have compassion upon thee,
right,
and will return and gather thee from all the nations.
From where?
From all the nations.
Hey, guess what? He gonna gather us from Costa Rica, Panama, Guatemala, Alaska. Peru. He's gonna gather us from all those places. It don't matter where you at in the world. If you are an Israelite by blood, he's gonna gather you up, man. If you keep these laws and commandments to the best of your ability, not as a byword that your oppressor called you, but as an Israelite.
Right.
Right, read on.
And will return and gather thee from all the nations, whither the Lord thy God has scattered thee.
Right.
Of any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven. From thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from the thence will he fetch thee, and the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed.
Straight like that. And what's our homeland and our fathers' possession?
That's
right. That's right. Right. That's our land. And what we got to do to get back to it? Can we just get up and pack our bags and take a flight and go over there?
No.
What we got to do first?
We got to cleanse.
Right. Well, yeah, the Lord is going to cleanse the land. Right. That is true. Yeah. Right. The Lord is going to take care of that. Right. But what we got to do?
We got to get ready.
And how do we get ready, brother? Follow what? Follow the commandments and get ready and prepared for the second coming of the Lord. Right? Now, I know y'all gotta go. I'm gonna make this quick for y'all because I gotta give y'all some commandments before y'all leave. Right. I can't just leave knowing y'all Israelite and don't even know how to take that next step. You just walking as an Israelite. Right? You you walking as an Israelite, there's ways you gotta conduct yourself. In this day, we got laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High God gave to us. Don't y'all want to be a part of the change? Don't y'all want to be a part of helping our people get back to our land and righteousness? So let's get them some steps, right? Give me some commandments.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and verse 5.
Yeah.
And it reads, they shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Right, so you can't purposely make yourself bald. So nobody should be able to walk up behind you and go, Michael Jordan, palm the back of your head. Or your head should look like a milk dud. Right? You can't purposely make yourself bald, but neither can you mar, meaning to destroy the corners of your beard. So whatever y'all can grow, you gotta let that thing grow. That's why you see all the brothers up here, they got beards on their faces, the ones that can grow them at least. And the ones that can't, they grow what they can grow. Right? That beard on your face is that's a badge of honor. Man.
Right.
That's not just something that, you got people people wish they had beards, man. Now, real quick, in the corporate world, right? In the corporate world, when y'all go, okay, and y'all get a so-called corporate job in the office at the top of one of those buildings, what's the first thing they gonna make you do? So, if y'all get a nice job, very, very, very nice job in the corporate world, right? What they gonna tell y'all to do? They gonna tell you to shave your beard off.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't know that? They make you shave your beard off.
No, I'm not really an
All praises. But that's what they'll have you do. So they call it a clean shave. Right? They make you shave your beard off. Right? Even when you go to the army. Or the military, they make you shave your beard, cut your hair off, all type of different stuff, right? But we can't do those different things. Because why? We have a law that we have to abide by in the last days, and that's the law of the Lord, right? So y'all can't shave your beards. Y'all shave your beard, I know you kind of growing what you can grow. Can you grow a beard?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Hey, so when you can, you gotta let that thing grow. Hey, that right there, you gotta let it do its thing.
But it's all connected.
Hey, brother. Hey, mine didn't used to either. You know. Yeah, the brother kind of struggling. You know, the brother kind of. Yeah, hey, you doing what?
Doing what I can do.
Hey, he doing what he can do though.
I get my wisdom too. I hear Beetle. Isn't there like a
Derma roller.
yeah, the derma roller. Yeah, that one. I see that one all on TikTok all the time. You know? I feel like that helps too.
Thermal, what is that?
It's like it stimulates your hair follicles.
Yeah.
Like a beard growth.
Man, this
You gotta do what you gotta do.
hey, just don't get no lace front beard, man. All right, as long as y'all good. As long as y'all ain't doing that, all right, y'all good. Right, but hey, whatever y'all can grow, y'all gotta let that thing grow. Don't shave your beard. All right, bring us up.
Leviticus 11 and verse 7.
Here we go.
And the swine.
And the what?
And the swan.
And the what?
And the swan.
You know what swan is?
Swan, like the animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
It's like a bird.
Well, not swan. Swan.
Oh, swan.
Pork. Pig.
There's a pig.
Yeah, that's another word for a pig. Swan. Right? So the Lord said, oh, it's like, read that.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed,
Right?
yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
Right? Because pigs don't properly digest their food. Right? And pigs don't sweat. So all those toxins that's what's inside of a pig, they stay in it.
Right.
Right? So anything, and a pig will eat anything. They the garbage disposal of the earth.
Right.
So it'll eat a dead body, it'll eat feces, it'll eat this, it'll eat that, and guess what? It stays within it. Why? Because they don't sweat. We naturally sweat as a people. You can go to sleep and be sweating and not even moving. Why? Because we sweating out those toxins that's within our body, but pigs don't do that. The Lord called pork an abomination. Y'all eat pork? Y'all eat ribs, bacon, sausage, that's pork. Sometimes, well, we can't eat it anymore. That's an abomination. Wouldn't y'all consider yourself kings? Right? So a king is not going to associate himself with something as filthy and abominable as a pig.
Right.
Right? We do certain things, man. We walk a certain way, we talk a certain way. We conduct ourselves differently than the people of the world. Right? Because we're a chosen and a holy people.
That's right.
Right? Read on.
God, of their flesh shall ye not eat, and of their carcass shall ye not touch.
Right? You can't even touch a dead pig. Read.
They are unclean to you.
Because they're unclean unto us. The Most High God said, nah, hey, my children, hey, I don't want them associated with something as filthy as a pig.
Right.
I don't want them, my children, they too comely for that. My children worth more than that.
Right.
I don't want them putting that inside their body. Nah. Right? So are y'all willing to stop eating pork for the Lord? Because the Lord, it's going to be a judgment for people that don't stop. All praise to the Most High. Clap up for the Lord. All praise to the Most High. Right? All praise to the Most High that y'all willing to do that. That's a mighty thing. We got some people that die over pork, man.
Right.
They just can't let it go. We got them in a chokehold.
Right.
Right, but read on.
Con, verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales, in the rivers and in the seas, and in the rivers, like it. Yeah. In the waters and the seas and the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Right, so what fish have fins and scales?
Tilapia.
Tilapia.
Salmon.
Salmon.
I don't know. Catfish.
Catfish don't got scales. They got fins though. They gotta have fins and scales. Give me one more. One more.
I got the cod.
Cod. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So those fish are lawful for our people to be able to eat.
Where do you fish?
Yeah. They gotta be a certain type though. They gotta have fins and scales.
Right.
Remember shrimp?
You said, huh?
We can't have shrimp.
Let's see what the Lord said.
Con, verse 10. In all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers of all that move in the waters and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
right? So they're an abomination unto our people.
That's right.
Right? We can't eat shrimp.
Right.
To answer your question, brother, no more shrimp. They bottom feeders. Right? And you gotta think about it. They bottom feeders that dwell at the bottom of the ocean and the seas and the rivers. Right? Then you have to realize you got other fish in the seas, don't you?
Yes.
And when they manure, y'all know what manure is? When they manure, where does it go? To the bottom. And who eats it? The shrimp, the crab, the lobster, the oyster, the crawfish. They're designed to clean the oceans. Catfish, they literally clean the oceans. That's and people always say, oh, the oceans are dirty, the oceans are this, the oceans are that. Well, not understanding, it's a simple fix. Stop them taking out the fish out the ocean that's supposed to clean.
Right. That's right.
It's simple. Right? But can y'all eat shrimp, crab, and lobster?
I mean, we get sacrificed.
All praises.
Right,
All praises.
that's
You
right.
gotta be able to. You gotta be able to sacrifice for the Lord.
The seafood boil could be expensive sometimes, you know? So.
Yeah, and they make it a delicacy.
Exactly.
Not even knowing that that's the worst thing, one of the worst things you can possibly
Try it. Right.
Right. I don't want y'all brothers going in the Joe's Crab Shack, seafood boil, damn, a blue juicy seafood crab walking out with the bed bone.
Right? You're hungry.
You know, hungry for what?
For fish with scale.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. All praises. Right? So, right? Can you eat pork?
No.
Why not? Right. The Lord said we can't do those different things. We can't associate ourselves with things that are like that. Right? What type of fish can you eat? What does it have to have in order for you to be able to eat?
Fish and scale and fish.
That's right. Because you can eat seafood, brother. You just gotta have fins and scales in order for you to be able to eat. So no catfish, crawfish, oysters, shrimp, crab, all that. Nah. You can eat tilapia, big mouth bass, bluegill, salmon, perch, whiting, all those different things you can get out with still.
Okay.
Right? Now, what about your beards? What y'all got to do with that?
Grow it out.
That's right.
That's right.
Growing up, y'all gonna have mighty beards, and you never know. And you might open up the scriptures and start learning about your heritage. And the Lord like, he got some mighty beards. Man. You might wake up one morning with a beard. What the hell?
Right.
Right? So, you said, huh? Hey, Lord willing, man. Lord willing, the Lord give it to you, man. Right? The all praise to the Most High. One more, and then y'all can go after this one, all right? Give me the book of Ezra chapter 7 and verse 10.
No.
Book of Ezra, 7 and verse 10.
No.
For Ezra hath prepared his heart.
He did what?
For Ezra hath prepared his heart.
Hey, Ezra was a mighty man. Hey, Ezra prepared his heart, meaning his mind. He prepared his heart, read.
To seek the law of the Lord.
To do what?
To seek the law of the Lord.
To do what?
To seek the law of the Lord.
What y'all brothers got to do, man?
Yeah.
That's right, man. You got to follow the commandments and you have to seek the law of the Lord. Because we only gave y'all 2 commandments. There's a lot more than 2 commandments, brother. And it's not just 10. The 2 that we gave y'all are not even in the 10 commandments.
Well,
Yeah. It don't talk about what you can and can't eat in the 10 commandments.
yeah, you're right.
It don't talk about not being able to shave your beard in the commandments. Right? But Christianity and Catholicism have warped our people's minds to think that out of an entire big, you see how big this book is? You think it's only 10 commandments in this book?
Right.
No, that's a big book.
Yeah.
I got that for Christmas.
You got that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, we can't get out with Christmas.
What? No Christmas?
No Christmas. Christ wasn't born on the 25th. He was born in the spring.
I got that for 3 days.
For treats. But look, hey, all praise to the Most High that you got it though. Open it up and continue to learn about your heritage. Because this book is about you, bro. This is about y'all. Yeah. From the tribe of Zebulon, man. Mighty men of war. Men of stature, huh? Right? Read that again from the top.
For Ezra hath prepared his heart to seek the law of the Lord and to do it.
And to what?
And to do it.
And to what?
And to do it.
So not only did he set his mind to seek the law of the Lord, but after he seek the law of the Lord, hey, he performed it. He did it. He put that step forward in making sure that he kept the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of his ability. Right, Reed?
And to teach in Israel statutes and judgments.
Hey, and once he seeked out the law of the Lord, did the law of the Lord, hey, he went and taught his people. You understand? And that's what y'all brothers have to do. You have to seek the law of the Lord and do it in these last days. Okay? What's our nationality?
Guatemalan. No, we're Israel.
That's right!
Ah!
That's right. What tribe?
The Zebulonite.
That's right.
All praise
Right.
to the Most High. Right? Y'all Israelites from the tribe of Zebulon. Right? Y'all can't forget that, man. Y'all can't go and turn the corner and go to the comedy club and laugh for 30 minutes and walk out calling yourself a Zebulon. You can't do it. You can't do it, man. Or it's like Guatemalan. Right? You see how my mind already worked on the tribes. Right? That's how your mind gotta be, man. You gotta automatically think, hey, Zebulonite. Right? I'm an Israelite.
Yeah.
So on and so forth.
Yeah.
You understand? One more time, what's your nationality?
I'm Zebulonite.
That's right. From what's your nation called?
Israel.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Where your homeland?
Jerusalem.
Well, yeah. Right. You're not wrong. Y'all was a little bit more north, but you're not wrong, brother.
Israel.
Right? That's right. Can you eat shrimp?
No.
What if your parents, what if y'all go home and y'all wake up and you go to your mom's house and you walk in and you smell bacon crackling on the stove?
I heard the same thing you guys told me. All praise to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High, Lord will. Right? Hey, and you gotta say, hey, that's what the Lord said. Not the brothers on the corner. Because we ain't nobody, man.
Right.
We just like y'all, man. But the Lord told us what to do, man. The Lord told us what we could and could not do. Not the brother with the dreads, he was tall and had a beard. He told me that. He told me that I was an Israelite. Nah, hey, the Lord did it. In the scriptures. You understand?
Yeah.
Right? How y'all know y'all Israelites?
Because it's right there in the Bible. The good book.
Okay. All right, brother. Did y'all go into slavery on ships?
Me, no, but my
Your ancestors.
Yeah, we did it.
That's right, y'all did.
We did too.
Right? That's one of the ways that y'all can know y'all Israelites. One of the many, many ways. You understand? Y'all got any questions before y'all leave? Any questions? You said what?
God is good. God is good.
Yeah, Lord will. Or so like you're not Lord will all the time.
Exactly.
Right? For us, for the Israelites.
Right.
Right?
We try to go
You
to
sure y'all don't got any questions? You said what?
We try to go to church every Sunday.
Every Sunday you try to go to church. What they teach y'all? Did y'all ever get taught that y'all was Israelites in it? Did y'all ever get taught that y'all was from the tribe of Zebulon?
No, they just taught
Did y'all ever get taught that y'all went into slavery on ships? Did y'all ever get taught that y'all had to grow your beards up? Did y'all ever get taught that y'all couldn't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster and pork? So what y'all really learning? If they not teaching y'all the ways to get y'all people out of this captivity.
We're learning to praise.
Learning the what?
To praise God. You know, He's good to save us.
I mean, you can praise the Most High all day, but if I praise the Most High God and then go light up a blunt, what is that worth? What is that worth for you?
Nothing.
Exactly. So there has to be works behind it.
Right.
It's good that hey, all praise to the Most High. There's nothing wrong with praising the Most High, right? You should, but there's actions that have to follow behind that, right? There's things that y'all gotta learn. Hey, what are y'all Catholics?
I'm Christian.
You what?
I'm Christian.
You're Christian?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what that word Christian means?
That means that I know there are a lot more on the road than Catholics.
I mean, not the religious more so, but it's basically a follower of Christ.
Right.
You know, Christ wore fringes. So how are people being Christians if they not doing what Christ did? Christ wore fringes. Did you know that that's a commandment? Yeah.
Book of Numbers, chapter 15, and verse 38.
Go to Matthew chapter 14 and the last verse.
Book of Numbers, chapter 15, and verse 38. And it reads, Speak unto the children of Israel.
What the Lord said?
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Who are the Israelites?
That's us.
That's right. That's right, brother. You are. That's we
You
are.
guys are too.
Right.
And bid them that they make them fringes.
Now that word bid in the Hebrew literally means command. So this is a commandment He said, bend them that they make the what?
Fringes and the borders of their garments.
Now, fringes is what you see all the brothers have on. Right? Those are fringes. That's what our forefathers wore. We didn't just wear skinny jeans and jackets. Right? We didn't do those. Hey, we did more than, hey, we had customs, heritage. Right? You got the so-called Greeks, the so-called white men, they wear togas with the rose petals around their head. You got the Japanese and Chinese men, they wear long rolls with the toothpick in their hair and made a bun. Right. Hey, we wore fringes, right? Because the Lord commanded us to do that, right? Bring that up.
Matthew 14 and verse 36. And besought him that they might only touch the hem.
Touch the what?
Touch the hem.
Another word for him is fringe.
Right.
Right? So even Christ himself wore fringes. Why? Because it was a commandment. And didn't the Lord keep the commandments? So, are you really being Christian if you're not walking like Christ?
There's always forgiveness, you know. If you see, there's always forgiveness, you know.
Well, yeah, for sure. But is it really forgiveness if you're blatantly not doing something?
But you know, sometimes, you know.
Give me Sirach chapter 5, verse 3. I'm listening to you.
You see the Pope, you know, you see in the news, you know, well, before he died, you know, but he said that, you know, he watched porn too, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, that was his news, you know.
So you think that was acceptable?
No, that was not acceptable, no.
Right, so if that's not acceptable, then that don't mean just because you have a place of repentance that you can do whatever you want, right? And think that, oh, the Lord is ever merciful, or we have a place to repent. So that means, hey, I can do whatever I want while I'm on this earth, and there's going to be no repercussion for that, right? Read. Hey, leave. Leave.
I love you.
Read.
I love you deeply.
Sirach 5 and verse 3. And say not, who shall control me for my works?
Who shall what?
Who shall not control me for my works?
And you can't say that. You can't say who shall control me for my works.
When you say that, when you say
right, read.
For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
What?
Revenge thy pride.
Read.
Say not, I have sinned, and what harm have happened unto me.
It says, say not, I have sinned, and what harm has happened unto me. You can't do that. You can't say, hey, I've sinned. Hey, the Lord, hey, I sinned and ain't nothing happened to me yet. You can't think like that.
Yeah.
You understand? Read.
For the Lord is long suffering.
For the what?
For the Lord is long suffering.
Yeah, the Lord is long suffering. He is. All praises to the Most High. But read.
He will in no wise let thee go.
Read.
Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Hey, you can't be without fear to add sin unto sin. You can't heap sin on top of each other. You can't say, oh, well, I broke the Sabbath day. I might as well just go and buy something now. I might as well do this. I might as well do that. I might as well just keep sinning. No, you can't think like that. You gotta walk on eggshells in this truth, man. Right. You gotta be afraid to commit act of sin. Right. Read.
And say not, his mercy is great.
You can't just say the mercy of the Lord is great. It is great, but you can't have that mentality that, oh, I have mercy so I can do whatever I want. Read.
He will be pacified for the multitude of my sins, for the mercy and wrath come from him.
It said mercy comes from the Lord, but guess what? Wrath comes from the Lord as well.
Right.
Read.
And his indignation rests upon sinners.
Right.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
The Lord says,
make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
You can't just say, yeah, I mean, I'm in trial, but I know I got time. No, brother, look, we living in the end times. We living in the last days, brother. That's right. Brother, we don't have 700 more years.
Right.
We're not going to be here another 1,000 years. We don't know how long we're going to be here, but we know that the time is short, brother. And you have a limited amount of time to come back to the Most High God in these last days as an Israelite from the tribe of Zebulonite, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Not saying, oh, the Pope watches porn, so I can go home and start watching porn.
No, I don't say that.
That's off. Well, no, I know. I'm just talking about that mentality.
Yeah.
Right? We can't have that mentality in these last days. First of all, the Pope is nobody. He wasn't sent from the Lord. Right. Straight up. Right? In order to be sent from the Lord, you have to be an Israelite. Right? That's in the Bible. Right? Real quick, give me that in Amos chapter, give me Amos 2 and 11. Right? Amos 2 and 11.
Amos chapter 2 in verse 11.
No.
And I raised up your sons,
What's the Lord say?
and I raised up your
He
sons
said, and I raised up your sons, read.
for prophets.
For what?
For prophets.
For what?
For prophets.
Read.
And your young men for Nazarites.
Uh-huh.
It is not even thus, O ye children of Israel.
Oh, ye what?
O ye children of
No,
Israel.
the white man.
O ye children of Israel.
Ethiopia.
O ye children of Israel.
Right? It says, is it not even thus, O ye children of Israel, which are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Right? So the way of the truth is going to come through the way of the Israelites. Not through a quote and he got a white thing on his head and they carry him around in a box thinking that he's holier than thou. Right? Right? So that means, oh man, he must be a man that I should look at. He must be a man who I should follow after. No. All he does is teach and speak lies.
Right.
They proclaim that Christ is a so-called white man, yet they pray to a so-called black God and the black Christ. Y'all ever seen that picture? Y'all ever seen that picture of the Pope and he's sitting down in the temple and it's a picture of a so-called black Jesus? And they pray to that. That's real. Y'all can look that up. That's real. But yet go and tell the entire world that Christ is a white man. That's off. That's wicked.
That's interesting.
Right?
I've never heard of that.
Romans 2:13. For not the hearers of the law,
For what?
for not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law. But the doers of the law shall be justified.
Hey, you see that? Straight up. Right, so now back to the point real quick. I'm just going to ask y'all these couple questions. What's your nationality?
It's on the Zebulon.
What's your nation?
Israel.
All right, see how you kind of study. Hey, you got to, I'm going to keep asking you that. If I see you out and about, brother, if I see you out and about, brother, I'm going to ask you that. That's going to be the first thing I say. You're like, brother, what's your nationality? You can't say, if you tell me Guatemalan, I'm going to pluck my beard out. I might not have dreads no more. Right? If you say you a Zebulonite, what's your nationality? I just gave it. Right, you're a Zebulonite. Right? What's your nation called though? What's your nation? That's right. You're an Israelite. What tribe?
Just cook dinner for yourself.
Yeah, you gotta help him out. Hey, y'all gotta be your brother's keeper, man. Hey, if he falling or he call himself a Guatemalan, you gotta check him. You gotta say, man, you ain't no Guatemalan. You gotta get on him, man. You gotta. That's your little brother.
No, we're the same age, Richard.
No, hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, hey, regardless,
Yeah.
right? You gotta kind of yoke your brother up. Just say, man, you're not. You from the tribe of Zebulon, man. You're an Israelite. Tell him again, brother.
Israel.
That's right, man. That's right, man. You are Israelite from the tribe of Zebulon, and we're our homeland. Tell them where our homeland is. That's right, man.
Yeah.
Straight like that. Can you eat pork?
No pork, no shrimp, no crab, no seafood boil.
That's right, brother.
No.
Why not?
No crab rangoon because the Lord told us.
That's right, because the Lord said.
Right.
The Lord spoke. And we got to keep these laws. And when we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments as Israelites, what's the Lord going to start doing?
Life.
You said what?
Right. We'll come back.
Right. And he's going to do what? He's going to send us back in our own land.
Yeah.
You understand? So where we don't have to be subject to pay taxes to a people that do nothing but hate us. Right? And be subject to people who are beneath us in actuality. You understand? They got any questions?
No.
Sure?
Yeah. We're gonna be
What's your nationality? One more time.
Zebulon.
That's right. What's your nation called?
Israel.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, brother, y'all gonna be on YouTube.
That's good.
Oh, what? Did I get a flyer? Did they get flyers?
Yeah, we got the flyer.
All right, so on the if y'all, it's a QR code on there. If you scan it, it'll send y'all a link right to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right, subscribe to the channel and hey, continue to learn. Don't just watch it. Just don't go on there and watch yourself, and then that's the only time y'all watch the video, right? And you record yourself and put yourself on what's that thing called? TikTok.
Yeah.
And you post yourself, say, hey, I was on TV, right? Nah, hey, y'all need to watch these things and learn about y'all heritage and y'all nationality.
Right.
Right? And y'all God. You understand?
Yeah.
All right, all praise to the Most High. Right? And the Most High God's name is Yahweh.
Yahweh.
You know how they in the word they say Jehovah?
Yeah.
The letter J was just invented in the 1600s, so it's impossible for his name to be Jehovah. It's impossible for his son's name to be Jesus. Right? The Most High God's name is Yahweh. Say that with me.
Yahweh.
See how easy that was for you, brother?
Yeah, that's like
It
it's
rolled
like,
off the tongue straight.
it's like we were made to say it.
Y'all, because y'all was, brother. Y'all was. Y'all lit and y'all already knew these things once before if you got ears to hear. Right, give me that in, this is the last one. I got you. I know I said that before. The last one. First Peter chapter 13.
Bring it out, bring it out.
1 Peter 1 and verse 13, and it reads, wherefore, gird.
It's like a second Peter.
2 Peter 1 and verse 13,
Bring it out.
and it reads thus, where verse 13, yea, I think in me.
I think it what?
I think in me.
I think it what?
I think in me.
Read.
As long as I am in this tabernacle.
Meaning as long as we got breath in our bodies up here, brother, read.
To stir you up.
To do what?
To stir you up.
By what?
By putting you in remembrance.
Brother, it's important, and we think that it's the most key thing to stir you up by putting y'all in remembrance. Because y'all already knew this once before, man. You already knew that you was an Israelite from the tribe of Zebulon in the spirit, right? Your spirit already knew these things. That's why y'all stopped and stayed this long and was able to comprehend these different things. Because your spirit already knew once before, right? And it's our job to stir y'all up, right? What's your nationality? All right, all praises. Quick on there. What's your homeland?
Israel.
Right,
Yeah, I got you.
Somebody asked you that. Hey, if one of your friends asked you that, you can't be too cool for the Lord, there, brother. You can't be like, man, I'm from Guatemalan. Okay, don't switch up on the Lord, brother. Because if you switch up on the Lord, and the Lord will switch up on you.
I'm really my home. You know, I never like I was Spanish.
Well, brother, we talking about the Lord. Talking about the Lord. All right. All right. All praises. Lord willing. Lord willing. Lord willing. All right. Hey, brother. Can I read you one scripture? Brother with the Kango hat. One scripture, brother.
Not today, brother. I appreciate you. Respect.
Not today for the Lord. See that? We were going to say chapter 9, the last verse.
All right,
Shalom, brothers.
nice meeting you guys. You know, appreciate you guys for the word.
What's your name, brother?
I'm Chris.
Chris?
Yeah.
All praise to the Most High. Yair.
Yeah, yeah. Nice to meet you guys.
What's your nationality, brother?
That's right. The book of Hosea, chapter 9, last verse.
Yo.
And it reads, verse 17, and it reads, my God will cast them away.
The Lord say,
My God will cast them away.
Read.
Because they did not hearken
Because they
unto
what?
him. Because they did not hearken unto him.
Now, all praise to the Most High. You got sincere brothers and sisters in these last days that are hearkening to the words of the Lord, but you still got that remnant that want to go to the comedy club,
Right.
with his woman, and not here, not today. You got 1 minute for one scripture, not today. Hey, read.
And they shall be wanderers among the
And
nations.
the Lord, hey, and make our people wanderers among the nations. Why? Because they don't want to take heed to the words of the Lord.
Right.
You got Satan trying to take away the words of the Lord. You got the damn Ethiopian and the you got damn Ethiopians and the damn Esau, Edomites teaming up now, man. Walking around with a book that they don't have no business having, man.
Man,
Right? Give me the book of Acts. Acts chapter 16, I believe. Or it's like in Acts chapter 13, we start at verse 7.
it's the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
And it reads, which,
Come here, brother. Brother with the red. Read.
the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 7. And it reads, which was with the deputy of the
Start
country.
at 6.
Verse 6, and it reads, and when they had gone through the isle unto Paphos, they found a certain sorcerer.
A certain what?
A certain sorcerer.
Hey, men that try to take away the words of the Lord from the sheep are sorcerers, man.
Right.
Evil men. Read.
A false prophet.
Oh, what?
A false prophet.
What were those men?
A false prophet.
That's 2 different times he tried to come up here and take the words of the Lord. He tried to do that when I believe it was the brother Gabar was teaching. Tried to come up and take the words of the Lord, man, and he did, man. I hate that, man. He was damn successful, man. Took it away from the brother Issachar,
I gave the sister a flyer. She would walk down the street. He stopped her, took the flyer out of her hand. And, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go and take the flyer from him and give it back to the sister.
Damn, you see that? See that? Read, drop down to verse 8.
Verse 8. But Elmias.
But what?
But Elmias.
But you got a lot of people like Elmias in this world right now, man. You got a lot of people like him in this world, man. Some of your own people, some of the other nations, man. But Elmias, read.
But Elimas, the sorcerer.
The what?
The sorcerer.
Read.
For so is his name by interpretation. Withstood them.
He did what?
Withstood them.
What did he do for the sister?
Withstood them.
What did he try to do for the brothers that was just up here?
Withstood them.
Read.
Seeking to turn away the deputy from the faith.
Hey, they try to turn away, man, our people from the faith. They use sorcery to try to take our people away, man.
Right.
But hey, his sheep hear his voice, man.
Right.
So it is what it is, right? So all praise to the Most High God, right? Give me the book of Haggai, chapter 2, and verse 6. Right? The book of Haggai, chapter 2, and verse 6. Give me the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18. So, give me Haggai. Yeah, bring that up.
It's the book of Haggai, chapter 2 and verse 6.
Yeah.
And it reads, For thus saith the Lord of hosts, yet once it is a little while.
It is a what?
It is a little while.
Read.
And I will shake the heavens.
And he gonna do what?
And I will shake the heavens.
And he'll do what?
And I will shake the heavens.
And the Lord said, and I will shake the heavens. It is yet a little while, man. You got people on the earth think we gonna be here forever, man. Like the so-called white man is gonna rule forever, man. Right? He's gonna rule for thousands of more years, man. And the Lord said it is yet a little while, read, and he's gonna shake the heavens, read on.
And I will shake the heavens, and the earth, and the sea, and the dry
The
land.
Lord is going to shake all these things to its very core, man. He's going to shake it down to the foundation. And the Lord will confound the people with something as simple as a snowstorm. Not a tornado, not a tsunami, but a damn snowstorm, man. And have people dying because of cold, because of freezing. Right? Y'all got 2 minutes for the words of the Lord. What's your nationality? What's your nationality?
Dominicana and Middle Eastern.
Dominican. What's your father?
Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern. So he's a so-called. Well, you giving me a direction. What's his actual ethnicity?
Pakistani.
Pakistani. Your grandfather as well. What's your nationality? So,
Sir.
I gotta get that fly back.
right, Rito? Oh, what's up, Porter Scully? What's your nationality? You remember? That's right. That's right. We doing.
Happy New Year.
And I will shake all nations.
And what the Lord gonna do?
And I will shake all nations.
Read.
And the desire of all nations shall come. And I will fill this house with glory.
What the Lord gonna do?
And I will fill this house with glory.
The Lord is gonna fill the house with glory, man. Right? Not that house that was of old, but this new house that's being built in these last days, man. Right? The new temple that's being built, which is the men of the Lord, man. Read.
Saith the Lord of hosts.
Straight like that, right? Read yourself. Read.
Wisdom of Solomon 18 and 15.
Read out.
Thy almighty word.
Like what?
Thy almighty word.
Read.
Leap down from heaven.
Did what?
Leap down from heaven.
No, he took his tongue.
Leap down from heaven.
Read.
Out of thy royal throne. As a fierce man of war.
No, he's a nice guy.
As a fierce man of war.
Happy go lucky.
As a fierce man of war.
Read.
Into the midst of a land of destruction.
Hey, it's gonna be a land of destruction when the Lord come back, man. It's gonna be missiles going over here, missiles going over there, tanks over here, tanks over there. Hey, all hell gonna be breaking loose. Man.
Right.
All hell is gonna be shaking into its core, man. Read.
And brought thy unfeigned commandment as a sharp sword. And standing up.
And doing what?
And standing up.
What the Lord do?
And standing up.
Read.
Filled all things with death.
Right, and with that, Want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. We're going to pass it to the next mighty and powerful speaker. Come that show! Come that show! Come that show!
Hey, yo, Fraxel.